Hello and welcome. I'm Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and it's cold outside, but it's still time to plan your next garden. I'm going to share with you 3 key ways that you can grow your own food. And as I share with you in the Treasures of Healthy Living video series, he who controls their own food controls their health. And that's been evident from the beginning of time, even in the garden, when Eve was pretty much deceived and ate the wrong foods. And so let's look at how can we control our own food. Now, please, I know some of you are in apartments. Some of you live in places you say, Annette, I cannot grow a garden. But is that really true? You only need a small place in your home to have pots of herbs on your shelf. If you had cilantro or parsley growing just on a windowsill in your bedroom, that's enough to cleanse your liver. If you just had a sprig of that every day, you're doing a step to improve your health. So that's one. Inside your home is where you can start growing your own food. I've seen many people who have just had a bucket in their basement and they grew some of the most delicious looking sweet potatoes. Well, that could be you too. Maybe you could just do a bucket in your home and you could grow your own sweet potatoes. I don't know. Be creative. So grow your own food indoors. That's an option that all of us can do. Now, if you're in some type of living facility and you're like, Annette, they're not going to let me. Here's the other thing. Never limit what God wants to do in your life. He is not limited by anything. We are the only ones who are limited. So think about who else can grow food and you go and help them. Help them grow the food. Now, that works for inside and outside. Now, let me show you some of my garden ideas for you to enjoy as well. Now, it is winter, so my garden doesn't look that great. And yes, the weeds are taking over, so I've got a lot of work to do. These are just some pots that someone gave me. I grow my potatoes in these pots. I just take the eyes from the potatoes that I buy at the grocery store for us to eat, and I grow them in these pots. And I can end up with pretty much, it's not really a bushel of potatoes, but a large collection of potatoes out of each one of these pots. Now I'm going to cycle and do something different this year so I can make sure I'm rotating my crops, but these work perfectly. You will see people throw away pots. You can paint them or decorate them, whatever you want to make them look good in your yard, but never underestimate the power of things that are thrown away because they can be your next best garden. Now, yes, I have raised beds here as well, and I've moved some of my blueberries into this box over here. They didn't do real well in the move, so I may have to start all over. And you can still see it's the middle of winter, and yet I still have some greens trying to make it through a couple of our frost cycles that we've had. And I have some spinach leaves that grow as a perennial, and they'll grow up this tomato plant stand, and I don't even have to plant that every year. It just keeps coming back. I love free food. So outdoors, look for pots that you can plant in, or make your own raised bed, or just dig a hole in the ground and plant your garden. Now is my blueberry bushes. I got 3 here and they do really well. So I'm really trying to nourish them a lot, take care of them because I want a greater return this year. This might just be your shrubs in your yard, and then your neighbor's gonna say, wow, your shrubs, they have blueberries on them. Just use them for yard decoration. Even if you live in a place where they say, oh, you can't have a garden, well, make the plants your yard landscaping. Over here, you can't really tell it right now, it's pretty dead, but this is my oregano. I only had to plant it once, and it's good to go. Now, I can dig into those leaves down deep into the leaves and get some fresh oregano for any dish that I wanna plant. But think about what you can plant that you don't have to keep paying for every year to replant. Now, coming up over here, I am so excited about this. This is my new garden beds. And Chris Hopkins, he helped me put these together. He helped plant it. Well, he sort of helped plant it. He had a very traditional style. And then I turned it into a flower. So this is my new one. And I love it because I can actually just sit down on it. Just sit down on one bed and I can just sit here and relax and just enjoy my gardening. I don't have to get out the pad for my knees while I'm bending over trying to garden. I can just sit on the bench. And then he was suggesting, well, you could have friends over and they can all have tea sitting in your garden. And I was like, okay, I love that idea. So I just moved all of my garden beds into these. So I just threw some pansies in to make it look pretty for the winter. So be creative. You can see I have pots back there. These were all just discarded and I pick them up and I plant things in them. I do a lot with free stuff. And that's what I want to say, never be limited. God is not limited, so why should we be limited? We're only limited in what we believe. So whether you choose to plant in a pot on your windowsill, a bucket in your basement, or just plant in the ground, or a raised bed, or these beautiful better garden beds, that these are just amazing. Chris was at our retreat and I fell in love with his garden beds. So be creative, but December, January, February is really the time to plan your next garden. Mostly January, and then you can decide in February, get your seeds ordered or how you're going to plan what you're going to plant in what bed, and then put it into action. But there's one more thing I want to tell you about, and that is this garden planner. I've shared this with you before, but it is so good. I don't know everything there is to know about gardening. Actually, I know very little. I just try to make it work. But his garden planner tells me when to plant, what season, what foods to plant, at what time, if I'm starting by seed. And then, see if I can do this, I'll hold the camera. You can just slide it out to match the season and the days of the year, so you can use it every single year. It talks about the last frost, the first frost, all of that. And then flip it over and you have, so here's your spring side and here is your fall. So you have the planting guide perfectly. It tells you what you need to do, when and where. Doesn't matter where you live, it works. Of course, if you're on the opposite side of the globe than I am, you could just flip it. But this is excellent. And he gives you a video, a QR code to a video, so you can just watch the video so he can explain to you how to make it work. And it's basically very, very, very inexpensive. So remember, he who controls your food controls your health. So look for ways that you can start your own garden, whether it's just one bowl of parsley on your windowsill, or whether you have rosemary growing. I moved my rosemary, so I'm hoping it will pull through this year and do really well. I moved my strawberries too, so I'm really praying for a good yield after moving everything and getting them settled into their new beds. So I'm hoping they'll be grateful for the new beds. I know I will, because I'm going to enjoy sitting out here and enjoying these new decorations. So I'll give you kind of the overall view of it and how I put it together, and then you can see if this is something you might want to do too. He is giving all of our followers a good discount, so check out the discount code, check out his website, and I hope you enjoy these as much as I do, and you might have your own creative design on how you would make these. If you find any concept of growing your own food, making your own food, feeding your family, getting your health back, I highly encourage you to always attend our Biblical Wellness Retreat. Go to biblicalwellnessretreat.com and you can sign up to be notified the next retreat that's announced. You do not want to miss it, and we always have limited seating. And also, it just is a retreat where you can go, relax, be among people who agree with you, like-minded, and I think almost everybody felt amazing last time and lost weight. That was a good reason, not bad reason. So anyway, I can't wait to see you at our next retreat. biblicalwellnessretreat.com. I want you to be so excited about growing your own food, you won't even think that, oh, well, what if it doesn't work? Okay, what if it doesn't work? God is there for you. He's already given you the food that's going to heal your body. We just need to take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. And then when I do this, when I grow my garden, I have food that I can share with other people. And that's also what we are called to do. So thank you for letting me share this with you. And thank you so much for being a part of the Biblical Nutritionist family. It is always my joy and my honor to share with you God's recipe for excellent health. Thanks for watching, but be for sure and hit like and subscribe so we can stay connected, and share this video with 3 of your friends.